Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about how to become a data analyst. I know a lot of you've been asking me on making this video, so finally here it is. So let's get started. Before we get started, I just want to express my gratitude and how blessed I am and how grateful I am for every single like, every single comment you put it. It means a lot to me. It encourages me to make more valuable content for you. So keep supporting and keep commenting. It definitely encourages me to make more valuable content for you. Okay, now let's talk about data analysts. Like always, my videos are going to be in depth. So I'm going to leave the timestamps on the screen right here. This video is going to be divided into one, what is analytics, what is different types of analytics, what does data analyst do, what are the responsibilities, skills, courses, what kind of master's degree you can do or you need to do to become a data analyst, certificates, online courses, LinkedIn branding, and how can you build your portfolio to become data analyst. There's a lot to cover in this video. Super excited. Let's get started. Before we actually deep dive into data analytics, let's understand what is analytics. Analytics is nothing but identifying the data or a pattern or a trend to make an informed decision. And now what is data analytics? Data analytics is nothing but analyzing and identifying the data and pattern and trend in the data to make a proper informed business decision. So very simple language, if I have to make you understand, let's say for example, if I made a vlog on my YouTube channel which is about showing you Chico Museum, for example, and that vlog did actually really well and maybe got 20,000 views in first day. And that, so when I'm looking at the numbers, I'm like, okay, my educational videos does only maybe 2,000 views or 3,000 views, but when I show them the life in America or different places in America, that video actually does better. So why does it do better? So what am I doing is analyzing the data. I'm trying to figure out data, comments, and figuring out that okay, this is why it's working, and maybe people, I'm making a decision that maybe people want, or like prediction or assumption that maybe people wants to see life in America. That's why I should do more videos like that. So that is what is basically data analytics. Of course, in real life you're not going to be working on my YouTube channel, although I would love to have you work on my YouTube channel, but you're going to be doing a lot more involved stuff than just analyzing some numbers. All right, to now better understand data analytics, let's understand different types of analytics. So there are four different types. One is descriptive analytics, two diagnostic analytics, three is predictive analytics, fourth is prescriptive analytics. Descriptive analytics is nothing but looking at the past data. It's describing how your data, how your business has performed, how your data looks in the past, trend, old data. The diagnostic analytics is more like a doctor who's trying to diagnose. So if, let's say, if you launch a marketing campaign, you launched a new app, and some people are like all of a sudden downloading so much like crazy or not downloading at all. You're trying to diagnose with the data that what went wrong. The third one is predictive analytics, which is the combination of first two. So you look at the descriptive analytics data from there, diagnostic analytics, and then you make some form of prediction that because of those things this might happen. Prescriptive analytics is nothing but like, you know, how when you go to doctor they prescribe you a medicine. It's just like that. Based on looking at the data, trends, prediction, you prescribe a company or a business that hey, based on all of this you should be doing these things or you should be taking this action so that you can get this outcome. So now that you understand different types of analytics, let's jump into different types of role available in data analytics. There are four main types of role. The first one is data architect, second one is data scientist, third one is data engineer, fourth one is data analyst. Yes, they are all different types of, they all have different roles and responsibilities. This video I'm not going to cover what are the differences and what kind of things they do in different field. In this video we're going to focus on data analyst. So let's start with, what does data analyst do? What is the key responsibility of data analyst? In a very simple language, data analyst will take the data from data source. Typically that data might come from data engineer. Takes the data, it's in a very raw format, so it cleans the data, it mines the data, and once the data is clean, depending on the requirement, they will either apply some form of algorithm or modeling, predictive modeling, prescriptive modeling, and they will make a visual representation of that data so business can understand how they can use this data, or how your analysis on the data, they can use it to make a proper informed business decision. Now that you understood what data analysts do, let's talk about the skills required to become data analyst. The number one skill is SQL, or also known as SQL, or also known as structured query language. Like, this is something you need to know regardless. Like, you just have to know this. Like data analyst and SQL are like a strong bond. If you have to be a data analyst, you have to know SQL. Why? Because SQL is the only language you can use to interact with database. Data analyst talks to databases in the companies and in the website and things like that. To talk to database, you need some form of communication, and that form of communication is through SQL. Now there is obviously, you need to learn NoSQL as well, which is more trending topic, which is more used in a modern companies. Facebook, a lot of Airbnb, a lot of companies are moving towards NoSQL, MongoDB, things like that. So you need to learn that. But SQL is very, very important. I will also tell you a fun fact that in my company itself, there are 2 people who are hired just to be a SQL developer, which means their only job is to write SQL queries. Of course they use the data, they use our product, they use another external tool, and they just write SQL, long SQL queries to bring the data from our product and to throw the data into another tool where they can visualize the data in a different format. So yes, there are jobs like that, and they get paid anywhere from $80,000 to $120,000 just because they know that language. Again, it's very, very important. I'll leave the link of all the courses which I think that will help you in getting the SQL knowledge. So you should go and either enroll in one of those courses, or you can go online and start working on it. Second one is Microsoft Excel. Now this one is, regardless of you become a data analyst or not, you need to learn it because it's a very powerful tool. You might think that Microsoft Excel, what is there to learn in that? That's just a spreadsheet, but trust me, there are companies who make web application based on Excel spreadsheet. You will live on data. As a data analyst and data scientist, you will live on, that's your bread and butter. You have to know spreadsheet. There are a lot of complex things which a spreadsheet can do, which you might not understand right now, but when you start to learn more in detail, you will understand. There is like pure pivot diagrams and charts and a lot of graphs that you can build. There's a lot of calculation you can do. In fact, let me tell you that you should go above and beyond and also learn Google spreadsheet. It's kind of, if you learn Microsoft spreadsheet, you will already know Google spreadsheet, but there are web applications and mobile applications which uses spreadsheets as their backend, as their database. So yes, you have to learn Microsoft Excel. It's very, very important for data analysts. Third one, and this one is very, very, very important, like most important, I would say, even important than SQL and Excel, is going to be statistical programming language. Now, what do I mean by statistical programming language? You can either learn Python or R. I will highly recommend you to learn Python because Python is used everywhere. It's one of the most popular programming language in United States, in overall the world. R is more academically, a lot of colleges will teach you R, but in the corporate world, in the industry, in a lot of companies, they are not using R, they are using Python. But there are some companies who are also using R. So I will recommend you to learn both R and Python. But Python is very, very, very important. There's also a certification called PCAP, Python Certified Associate Program or something like that. I will leave the link in the description. You should go and get that certification. It's very important, very valuable certification. Trust me, in any job interview you go for data analyst, you will be asked concepts of Python. You need to understand Python is not just a programming language, but it's a set of libraries. There are so many libraries. For example, if you take a spreadsheet and you just drag all the columns, it can give you sum and average and things like that. There are libraries in Python which you can use to calculate those total. So that's why people prefer to do Python and R instead of using spreadsheet. And Python and R are 10 times faster. So definitely learn Python. Fourth one is data visualization tool. Now, yes, you will analyze the data, you will refine the data, but then you have to present that data. And to present the data, you will use some form of tool, visualization tool, and that tool can be Tableau. There are so many companies, so many apps based on the dashboards based on Tableau. There are a lot of jobs available as a Tableau developers. It might look very simple to you that it's just a drag and drop, but there's a lot more involved. You need to know so many things in Tableau to make a dashboard. There are even certificates for Tableau which I would highly recommend you to. If you have time right now, you should definitely go and get it. The first one, the beginner one, is Tableau Desktop Specialist, and then the second one is Tableau Desktop Associate. Get both of them if you can. You will be so much higher in value for company. I would highly recommend you to get it. Those were some technical skills. Of course, there are many more, but these are the most important and must-have skills. But there is also another part of skill set, which is soft skills. As a data analyst, you don't only just sit in the front of computer and analyze the data. You also do presentation, because you develop a lot of reports and dashboard. And sometimes those reports and dashboard are not easy to understand. So your job is to because you worked on analysis of it, you will be the one who is going to present that data to the company that, hey, here's what this graph means, here's what this flow chart means, here's what this pie chart means. So you are going to be presenting. So first one is presentation skill and your communication skills. Very, very important. Start working on that. Second one is critical and analytical thinking. What I mean by that is, a lot of time your customers and your managers, your clients will give you the requirements, but you need to apply the thinking. That is the requirement clear? You need to apply your critical thinking, analytical thinking. Ask the questions if you need to. Ask the right questions. Understand what they are trying to get out of that data. What is their ask to from that data. So applying those analytical and critical thinking is very important. So build those skills as well. Remaining part of the video I have to film inside because it started to rain outside, so I had to come inside my home. Now that you know what is data analyst and what skills are required, let's talk about what kind of master's degree you can get to become a data analyst. The first one is obviously master's in data science. The second one is master's in computer science with specialization in data science. The another one is master's in analytics with specialization in data science. Master's in management information system, which is also known as MIS. Master's in information system, master's in information technology management, master's in technology management, and also master's in engineering management with specialization in data analytics. Basically, those are some of the degrees. Of course, there are many other programs which are modified for data analytics, so you will have to take a look at the coursework and how flexible that coursework is. But those are some of the master's degree which you can get to become a data analyst. Now that we understand, data analyst skills required, master's degree, you're like, I don't have any experiences as a data analyst. Can I still become data analyst? Can I still apply for it? How do I build my portfolio? Here's how you do it. Number one is get a student job as a data analyst. Yes, on campus you can get a job as student analyst or a student data scientist, student data coordinator. So there are a lot of jobs which you can get into data analyst. You just have to look for it. You can also become a system analyst, which is in a way an analyst role, but then you're mainly focused on system and not the data part of it. But that's okay. That will still build your profile for an analyst position. Second one is becoming a TA or an RA or a GA for data science courses or under data science professor, because that will actually help you build your presentation skills, your communication skills, and also you will become more relevant because students will come and submit their assignments. You'll have to grade them. So it's very important for you to find these two job positions on campus. The third one is going to be completing your assignment with with your full heart and dedication. Why do I say that? Is because the assignments during your masters or a bachelor's, they're really well defined. They try to simulate a lot of outside world. They try to simulate how it's going to be in the real world scenario. So when you really work hard and put in all in, you will understand how the assignments are going to be, and that assignments you can talk about it in your interviews. Trust me, your interviewers and hiring managers will ask you like, what classes did you take and what projects did you work on, and at that time if you try to answer something weird or if you did not have a good projects to talk about, you will lack. And whereas if you are passionate about your assignment and you did all in, you will shine in your interview, and your hiring manager is going to be really impressed with what you can do. I mean, what you did with your projects and assignment. Fourth one is starting your own data analysis project. What I mean by that, if you don't know a website called Kaggle, Kaggle.com, go there. There's lot of data sets available. You can download the data sets. They also give you a scenario, what kind of data they are looking for, what kind of data analysis they are looking for. You can start working on those, or you can download it and start a Tableau dashboard where you can use that data set and make something. For as simple as, I know that there are some students, my friends specifically, they build their resume on Tableau. They also build like this pandemic cases in different cities. In one, they build a map of California, and then you can click on certain areas and it will show you how many cases are there. That is built on Tableau, and they got the data from the public APIs. That's just one example. You can also look for stock markets. You can look for Netflix shows, which are the most trending shows. There are so many things you can do on your own and build those projects on your own, build several dashboards on your own and publish it. And as long as they are live and people can use that, that is something cool on your portfolio. Of course, GitHub is very important. I've made several videos on GitHub, why it is important. People look at your GitHub profile. Since you will be doing Python programming, any type of programming assignment you get, you should be uploading it on your GitHub profile, because that's very valuable. It's public and people can see it. So it shows your coding patterns and your coding standards. So make sure that if you upload something, don't just upload integer A, int B, int C. Make sure that you have right variable names, have right industry coding standards. So last but not the least, you can also take my YouTube data. It's all available, all public. You can analyze this channel and then you can tell me what kind of data, what kind of content I should make, because that's what content people are looking at. And that can be your project, which you can put it on portfolio and people can watch it live on your portfolio. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do it for me, but you can do it for other social media brands or social media influencers. There's so many things you can do. So don't just do your classwork. Of course, do them, but then also do something out of box. Start working on those skill sets. Last topic for this video is LinkedIn branding. I've talked about LinkedIn so much in all my videos. It's very important to have your personal brand as a data analyst. When I say personal brand, you don't have to start writing content. You don't have to start making videos. But what I'm trying to say is, I've started to notice that when I made project management video, people started to put their certificate saying that, hey, I completed this course and I'm now a project, I got Scrum certified from LinkedIn Learning or something like that. That's good. That's a first step, but I don't want you to stop there. What I don't want you to do is that, because that doesn't tell me anything that you know about project management or agile or Scrum. What I want you to do, let's say if you got a certification, let's say you got a Tableau certification, I want you to develop something and then post it. Maybe right now is a good chance. Let's say you learn Tableau, build your resume in Tableau and then post that. It's so visual, it's so like attractive. Recruiters are gonna look for it, and then maybe tag me so I can post it or reshare it for people to look at it. Maybe build some another dashboard, or if you write a long SQL for your assignment, take that assignment and post it. Explain your thought process, why and how you solve that, what kind of predictive algorithm you used, or what kind of analytics did you use, what was your thinking process. Because then instead of just saying that, hey, I got this certification, that's good, but it will show me that you're so passionate about data analyst, you are processing your thoughts, I can see what you're thinking, I can see you actually working on your problem solving. So that is more important than just showing your certificates. Very, very important. Anything you do, upload it on LinkedIn, because then that's how people are going to know that you are interested in data analysts, you are passionate for data analysts. Recruiters are on LinkedIn. That's where you need to be if you want their attention to their profile. That is it for this video. I know this video became longer. I'm so sorry. I did not expect that it will go longer, but my intentions are always to provide you value in every single video I make. I hope this video is valuable to you. You might have to watch it couple more times. That's okay. Go and watch it couple more times. Make detailed notes about it and then start working on those. Put those notes in front of you. Make sticky notes on all over your dashboard or your front of your house, your room, and start working on getting those skill set checklist, and start checking them off. If you watched it until here, that means a lot to me. And also, if you can like it, share it, comment, because that will encourage me to make such more valuable content for you. Trust me, your one comment will not cost you anything, but it means a lot to me. So if you can comment, that will be awesome. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share it on LinkedIn or any other platform you can. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. Gotta hustle every single day.